Hello, my name is Velma and I am from Chris Family Farm, and I want to do a kind of a rough draft video on how to break down a quilt cost. I am just starting. I've been sewing for 6 years, I think, but I recently just purchased my Moxie over there in all of her glory. I'm getting ready to do a quilt for a baby size quilt for my aunt's dogs. So yes, people, I make doggy quilts. So first off, when you go buy fabric, there's several different places you can buy fabric from. You have your name brand fabrics like Riley Blake, Moda, stuff like that. You can buy fabrics from Walmart, local quilt shops. There's usually, my husband's looking at me, making me feel weird. There's usually like an outlet store. So like we have an outlet store close by that sells fabric pretty cheap. And I'm going to base my prices off of Walmart, because yeah, even Walmart's fabrics has decent fabric. Some of it's not good, just depends on what you get. So basing off of Walmart, I have I have a cheating sheet, by the way, because I've been sitting here for, how long I've been sitting here, babe? 2 hours?
Yeah.
Trying to figure this out, because I have dyslexia, and it's really hard for me to figure things out. So, and I'm basing my quilt size off of a quilt that I want to make out of a quilt book I purchased. A lot of people are buying her quilts. Her name is Donna Robertson. But she's doing the 3-yard quilts. So I think you can look her up on YouTube and buy her books. She's got a cool channel that she sells kits and stuff. So, based on Walmart fabric, some of their fabric is, now I get the cotton fabric. You can get polyester. I don't like it, but you can get it. It is a little bit cheaper, but I'd rather use cotton. I always touch and feel my fabric, so my husband makes fun of me, so we'll go to Walmart, even if it's just to go get groceries or shampoo or whatever. I have to go to the fabric section and touch their fabric because it's so pretty. Sometimes I come out with fabric and sometimes I don't. So they have, I'll do a lot of kid stuff and character stuff, and Walmart has fabrics there at $6 something a yard, so I just rounded it up to $7 just because it's easier on my brain. This is a rough draft. This is not like, I mean, you can go to Walmart and look at the prices of the fabric there. So for the 3-yard quilt, you need your quilt top. See, I wrote my, and if anything's misspelled, I'm sorry. I am dyslexia. So you need your 3 yards, and I'm going through this list here, and I'm gonna write it down as we go. However, I did already do a cheat sheet because I don't want this video to be like major long. Ended up calling texting my brother yesterday so he can help me with some math problems. So I just want to encourage people that have a learning disability like I do, that have hard times reading and doing math. Like, it's hard for me. Like, I struggle really bad with it. And, like, I reach out to people. It's hard for me to ask for help. So I reached out to my brother yesterday, and I'm so thankful. He is so smart. Like, he can do math in his head like nothing. Me, it takes me to do, like, I don't even know how to do simple multiplication. I have to have the calculator. So, and by the way, I did have a calculator. So, yeah, I borrowed that from my son. My son is super smart with math, too. He helped me also. However, so get back to the point. So your number one fabric, because the pattern calls for 3 fabrics. You have your favorite fabric. And this is just 3-yard quilt is what it's called. I'm not going to do the specific cutting on this, so I would need a little extra than what it's asking for. But in general, this is kind of an ideal. So fabric number 1 is $7. Okay, and then your fabric 2 and 3 are $6 each. Okay, so that comes out to, what is it? What do I got here? $19. So 7 plus 6 plus 6 is 19. Then you got to think of the fabric that you need for your binding. What I did was divide the yardage in half. Of course, you may need less, but there's always room for a mistake. So that brought your binding to $3. Because you don't want to use your favorite fabric. And what I mean by favorite fabric, say you have 2 solids and you have this print. This would be your favorite fabric. That I got from the outlet place. Then you need your batting. There's 2 different kinds of batting. Hey, David, can you help me for a second?
Mm-hmm.
You have, actually, I think Walmart carries 3 battings. Can you hand me both of those battings? I only have 2 different kinds with me. One is cheaper than the other. So, I want this one because it's cheaper. This is the cheaper one from Walmart. I tried to do my Walmart app to get the price of this. I think it came up to $9 and something. But Walmart has this batting. Okay. This is what I use to make doggy quilts. Is the cheaper batting. But when I'm making a quilt for a baby or person, they have one that's more expensive than this. This is came out to before tax. What did I write down? I think it was like $13. It came up on it. Oh, here it is. $12.97. So after you go cash out or whatever, it comes up to, I think, $14. So we're just going to say $14. But they have cheaper batting, and they have one more expensive than that. So for my batting, I'm going to write $14. So 14. And then for your backing, you'll need about 4 yards. Now, remind you, the yardage is 36 inches by 42. And the quilt size that you're working with is going to be 49 by 62. Now, mind you, it can be smaller or bigger. This is just a rough draft. So, with you buying your backing fabric, that's 4 yards. So, that's $6 times 4. And I'm cheating. I'm using, actually, I'll do it on the calculator so you know I'm not lying. So, 6 times, it might help if I turn it on. I did have it on. Okay, 6 times 4 equals, what's backwards on there? It's $24. So I'm going to write that down. Alright, so for quilting, I've talked to a few people around here. I want to kind of stick to like so many, like a penny and a half per inch. So what you do is you take to figure that out, the cost is a penny and a half. And what that looks like when you do it on a calculator, it'll be, because I had to talk to my brother about this. I spent like almost an hour trying to figure this out. The decimal part is 0.015. That's a penny and a half. That's what that equals out to. So you take your length or your width, which is 49, times 62. Okay, that comes out to some crazy number. We'll do it on here. Where's the clear button? So 49 times 62 is 3,038. But you times your point, where's the 0? 0.015, which equals, let me clear that out. 49 times 62, because I want to make sure I do it right, times 45.57. So I did that wrong. See, I told you. I don't know how I got that. Anyways, we're going to write that down. 49 times 62 plus the cost. Now this is a penny and a half per square inch. So 45 points. I'm just going to drop that 57. Okay. That is just to build the quilt. Okay. So we're going to add all those up. That's before quilting. That's not even, or that's after quilting. That's not even my time. Okay. I mean, it takes time, about 8 hours-ish. So we got 19 plus 3 plus 14 plus 24 plus 45 equals $105 just in materials. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little I'm writing it down as I go here, so I'm doing it as you do it. Now, my time is $10 an hour, okay? And then I'm minus, I don't know how to spell minus, the quilting costs. That's just for me to build the quilt. From cutting the fabric, squaring it up, sewing it back together, cutting the binding. Like, you have to cut binding, and that takes forever. Then the batting, and then with the backing, you have to sew your backing together too, because mind you, your fabric is 36 inches by 42. So you have to sew your backing together too. So it would probably take me about 8 hours to do all that, probably longer, truthfully. And that's what, $80? So that's just my time. Added on to the materials. I mean, you get paid at work. This is my job, kinda. I mean, think about it, people. You're not gonna go to work and be like, oh, I'll work all these hours and do all this for you, and you pay me $10 or $15 an hour. I mean, that's how it works. I'm not, I don't know if that offended anybody, but I'm sorry. But people always ask, why is your stuff so expensive? Or, okay, well, I have a lot of time put in that. I still have a family to take care of. I still have a farm to take care of. I have to quit doing that so I can do this. Not that I don't love sewing, because it helps me. But, so you have 100, what did I say, 105? This video is going to be super long. I don't even know if people are going to watch it. It's okay. 105 plus your time, which was 80. So that's 185. Okay. And then I want to take away the cost of the quilting, which was 40. So it would be 185 minus 45. Ooh, I can do this one. 5 and 5 is 0. That would be 4, and that would be 100. So it would be 140. I'm going to check my math. Ooh, might help if I type in the right numbers. Like I said, type in the right... Dyslexia rules my life sometimes. It's so crazy. Okay. 185. That's a 4. Minus 45. I don't like my son's calculator. Yeah, I was right. So, $140 for this quilt. Right? Is that what I got? That's what I got. But, okay, so I do a lot of sports stuff. You know how much sports fabric costs around here where I live? $14 a yard. Some places you can get it at $13 or $12 a yard. So fabric's not cheap. I really like sewing, and I just wanted to share, like, you can do this. It may take you longer than others, but you can do this, and it's, of course, different quilts are going to cost different amounts in different areas. I don't know how much fabric is in New York or California, or I don't even know other countries. I just know how much it costs in my area. There's a few places that I go to in my area. And I live like an hour from town, 45 minutes to an hour drive from town. That's not even including my thread costs. That's not including my gas that I put in. That's not including my electric that I use. So I really feel like 140, like my price range will be between $185 to $140. I have to figure out how long it's actually going to take me to do that. So, like, depending on the size of your quilt, how much fabric you have to use, it's going to be different. I just wanted to give an overview that if you have learning issues, like I have dyslexia, I'm blind in the right eye, as you can tell, like this eye, it's aggravating me because I can see it on the camera. It's pulled in because I'm blind in the eye and I can't see. I can't read and do math very well, as you can tell in this video. I'm extremely dyslexia. It takes me, if I can do it, you can do it. That's what I want to say. So, if you want to make a quilt for someone, and I struggle with this. I'm so hard on myself. My husband can tell you I'm extremely hard on myself. And I'm practicing what is called grace, because Lord knows I need to give myself grace. So I just want to say you can do this, and that's how it is to break down a quilt based off of Walmart's fabric costs, or I don't know what this is. I'm getting really nervous. So that's my breakdown on a quilt. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye. Hi, so I wanted to get on here and share some dog quilts that I have made for my family as I am practicing quilting. Some of these quilts are scraps, like that's from masks that I was making. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I am super nervous in this video, but I had fun. Thanks. Bye.